So many of my followers are already responding to me like, what the heck is this membership thing? What are you doing with this? Why are you doing this? And so I'm just making this story to provide perspective to people who really care. Basically, I've just been blown away by the response that people have had to the way in which I think about parenting and the way in which I help parents parent better. And many of you have just been like, hey, I want more. I want one-on-one coaching, or I want a course, or I want you to read a book, or just do something, right? But the thing is, all of those have drawbacks, right? Like, for example, I love the idea of a course, right? But a course by itself is just information. It's not going to actually transform your parenting. You need connection to a community or, a way to interact with that with me. So what about one-on-one coaching? Well, I love doing it, but I can only do it for so many people, right? And I have so many people who want to be a part of and go deeper. So I have to limit that. And it's also very cost prohibitive. It's a couple $100s per session for me to free up my time to do that. So instead, I was like, how can we do this? And I realized it's a membership. I can still have a course in the membership. I can still do one-on-one stuff, but also like 1-on-10 stuff, right? So I can reach way more people at a much lower price. And better than all this stuff, parents can connect in a membership with each other, right? And they can support each other. So I don't have to answer every single question because somebody else is gonna come in and go, yeah, I asked that at the last group coaching, and actually this is what John said, and it's really worked well for me in this way, and you should be encouraged to do whatever it is. So yeah, that's the idea behind the membership. It's gonna be revolutionary. It's gonna be so much time and effort for me to do it, but it's gonna really allow the maximum kind of impact for individual parents, but also for the wider community that's looking for this. But I am doing two things, and this is to keep this to be, a safe place and a good place. Number one, I'm limiting the number of people who can get into this, at least initially, because I don't want, a ton of people to come flooding in, and then I'm not actually able to interface and interact with people. I want it to be limited, at least at first. And number two, I don't want to just be selling this all the time. That feels really grungy and nasty to me. Like, I don't like influencers who are just always pushing their program on you. So I'm only going to keep enrollment open for a week. And it's probably not even going to last a week because we're going to get to that max number, and then that's going to be it. So if you're just like, I'm just looking for these quick tips and I don't want anything to do with this membership, that's totally fine. I'm going to get back to this. I'll give a couple more shout outs for the wait list. I'll give a couple shout outs during that week when it launches, but then, I'm not going to sell it anymore. I'm going to focus on the life change and the parenting change and the transformation within the membership instead of focusing on trying to churn and get more people into it.